right. Thank you, everyone. Class is in session. Had to punctuate a little bit. So pleased and honored to be in your company. And certainly, as Naomi said, I mean, we are in the gorgeous destination, the only one named for a woman. And she will absolutely inspire you at every turn. So everybody, join me, please. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And of course, we took it in positivity. No doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. The question is, in the spirit of constant change, are we unfolding as we should? You know, there's a lot of pressure to unfold and to become. And particularly, and I'll speak for the Caribbean, particularly in the Caribbean, you will find that folks will be very, very judgmental, and they will tell you exactly what you should be doing. You're 30, by now you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But let me tell you, it's very, very important. And as a person that has done numerous personality tests over the years, I will tell you, I know my nature. And as a lot of thinkers say, the question is, am I really brave enough to walk that path, to step into my destiny? Let me ask you a question. Imagine this. Each of us, I think, has taken on a role, a job, a gig that we later resigned from because it didn't stir our soul. It didn't sing to our heart. I think it's very, very important as we think of hope, inspiration, and transforming our lives that we really figure out who we are. Who are you? Where are we supposed to be on this road of life? And I will tell you that resignation was such a blessing because, as we all have learned, sometimes in this life when we don't get exactly what we want, it is a wonderful stroke of luck. But seriously, let me ask you, as a friend recently asked me, is your life big enough? Cliche says size matters. No, when it comes to your journey. Everybody's journey is worthy. And for me, I find that there are certain things that really speak to me. For example, very, very simply, I absolutely love nature. And I cannot live at a house without a garden. I absolutely must have green space. And I think it's very important to be able to discover exactly who you are and be that. Now, lots of folks, as they walk through life, they live in opposition to their nature. They literally fight their nature. The job that they do, or the series of activities they do, are in opposition to who they are. And of course, a lot of us have heard it before. A lot of us are socialized to seek external approval from society, but therein comes the challenge. Because when somebody says to you, you know what, you should just be yourself. The irony in that is that's not actually a very easy thing. Have you noticed? It is not always easy to be yourself. But the most powerful people that walk this earth are those that have stepped into their destiny without fear. And there's a certain power beyond measure that comes to you when you are walking that path. I didn't introduce myself before. I'm 6 feet 3 inches tall. I am allergic to mediocrity, and I absolutely adore cookies and cream ice cream. Who you are is really, really critical. And you know something? Folks typically can spot those who are on that journey which is ordained. And working in the corporate world, I work in marketing. You also find that there's a corporate pressure sometimes to try and clone people. Well, it really is ill-advised. And so I would invite you, and if you can, close your eyes. I'll try and do it justice. I can think of no better words at this time than from a global wordsmith, a Nobel laureate of literature who happens to be from St. Lucia. Close your eyes. This is Love After Love by Sir Derek Walcott. The time will come when with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. That's Love After Love by Sir Derek Walcott. And you know what? It really is sharing with us that we should connect more with who we are at our core, pull from our source. And for each of us, that source is uniquely different, and that is perfectly fine. But the fact is, there are too many of us that are living other people's lives. And I find that in being very judgmental sometimes, we also do that to folks. So for example, we will say, hello, my name is so-and-so, what do you do? And we immediately try to put them in a box or assign a value. But I do think we ought to have a lot more compassion for folks, because when you're walking in your destiny, you will be constantly rooted in the hope, inspiration, which is required to transform your life and those around you. And there is only one thing that we like to see broken, and it's new ground. So I encourage you today, thank you so much for having me on this global broadcast of Hit Talks. I encourage you, step into your destiny without fear, and let us all continue to share hope, inspiration, and be transformed. Thank you.